everybody, welcome to the first ever video on Take Two Reviews. We're going to be doing a bunch of different things. Music tier list, movie reviews. Boy, are you in for some ones with that. Going to be doing music, other things. I am Josh Snyder. I am joined by Christian Payne.
Hello.
And right now, we're going to be doing a tier list, as you can see on the screen here. And we're going to be doing not just any sort of tier list. We're going to be doing Doors song tier list. This is way more his than mine.
Oh, yeah.
So the reason I'm letting you know this, so when you watch this, and you think all of our stuff is wrong, don't blame me. Put it all on him.
Yeah, I might have some hot takes when it comes to certain tracks. I know one song I was talking about with my dad. He looked at me like I was fucking insane.
Also,
but
so here's your little thing you need to know. Some of these are written in very small font. So it might take me a minute or two to figure out what the effing words are on there.
Yeah.
So just putting that out there so you're aware. It also doesn't help that I started to do this at the time where I just find out one of my eyes are pretty much freaking useless. So, I did not change the tier rankings at this moment. They're just S, A, B, C, D. I don't know if you want to change the name of them.
So S. So when does it start getting to shit territory?
So D. Okay, so S is the pretty much the S is the best one. D is the worst.
Yeah. And the middle ground would be like
B.
B. Okay, put the middle ground to underrated.
Okay. So underrated.
The top to all timer.
All timer. Good will be. C will be. Bad. No. What's C? Okay, hold on. If D is the worst, what would C be?
C would be decent.
Decent? Okay, works for me.
And then D would be like, you should have rethought this one. Like, you should have thought that through.
Should have used brain.
Now, I'll preface this by saying this. The Doors are my favorite band of all time. So this, in some ways, this is going to be a very, very tough tier list for me. But at the same time, I'm very interested because there's certain songs that I've just like flown to the back of my head. And the way you said it to me, it was only studio albums that were in it.
It is described as all the songs by the Doors up until L.A. Woman album.
Okay.
So
yeah, I don't know if there are some like deeper cuts on like Essential Rarities or something like that, because there are some songs on that box set that I quite enjoy.
There might be songs you don't even remember fully off the top of your head.
Mm-hmm. So I am ready for this.
We will not listen to any of the songs because of obvious reasons, but like on here, I mean.
Yeah. There are some songs that I might have to like take a second and fucking remember what it is.
So, should we do these in order? We're gonna do these in order, right?
We can do these in order, yeah, sure.
Okay. So the very first one is oh, actually, it's literally done in order, so I have to. Okay. So first one is titled Alabama Song and / Whiskey Bar.
Okay, so that's the one that you say sounds like circus music. It's the one. It's the like carnival song.
Yeah.
To me. based on a German oompa, uh, and I would rank like the chorus line is infectious. Now, with all the stuff going on in the '60s, do I think that it should have been done on an album, especially that big and that great? No, but at the same time, I also respect it because it's on that album. So I would put it in just, just I wouldn't put it as underrated, but I'd put it as good.
Good? Okay.
Like it's a good song. Like the use of the hammers that are in there was a very harpsichord. That's what it was. The use of that in there was a really nice touch, and the bass line is very nice.
Okay. Uh, the next one is Backdoor Man. I think it's what it's called.
That's underrated. That doesn't get like it gets love, but it doesn't get nearly enough as it should compared to other songs off the album like Break On Through or Light My Fire or even The End. It doesn't get talked about nearly as much. It also sounds sort of similar to 5 to 1, so I think people get it confused for 5 to 1.
The next one, Been Down So Long.
That's an all timer. I believe that's your favorite.
Yes.
Yes, because when I got him into certain songs, and this is the one that I know he gets really into.
I do very like this song. I do like this song a lot.
Robbie's slide in this fucking song is incredible, and John's drumming is possibly some of the best like groove he's ever had, like consistently on his song. That was way louder than it had
Yeah,
any
that was
right
very loud.
Sorry. I had a sip of water, and that was very fucking loud.
Okay, next one is Blue Sunday.
Ooh. Now, critically, the album that it's on, the Soft Parade, is critically received in the stinker category because this was the time where they'd done 3 albums back to back, the same format, and then along the way, Ray Manzarek, keyboardist, and John Densmore, there's just like, what would happen if we brought strings and horns into the equation? And now I love the Soft Parade as an album, but Blue Sunday, because it just, unless I'm getting it mixed up with another album, does it say what album it's on? Because I think it's on Soft Parade.
Hold on. I'll look it because it does have the album thingy, but I can't freaking
Hold
see
on.
it.
I'm on my phone right now. It's on Morrison Hotel.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit. Oops. Thank God I double checked. Okay. Because now I'm right because I know it's after Peace Frog because it transitions into it. So oops. And I was like, yeah, Peace Frog isn't on Soft Parade. My bad. But yeah, after a shit kicker that Peace Frog is going into Blue Sunday, it's a waltz kind of song. John Frusciante does a good cover of it live every now and again, but as a Doors song, I'm not a fan of it. I wouldn't put it as absolute fucking worst.
So it's not. He shouldn't have used his brain when he made it.
It's decent.
It's decent. Okay.
Because it is a very nice vocal take from Morrison on the song.
Okay, well, the next one I feel like I know where it goes, but I don't think they Break On Through.
All timer.
Yeah.
Because why this fucking song flopped on the charts is beyond me. Because when you buy any goddamn greatest hits album by The Doors, it's the first fucking song.
But yeah, for
because
some reason.
it's the ultimate album opener. in my opinion.
There has to be a few others like that, right? Where the ones that flop the most suddenly become the most beloved. I feel like there has to be other music examples of that.
Oh yeah, there's plenty. There's whole albums like that just flop in general,
They're
and like
suddenly cult classics.
yeah, and now they're suddenly like respected, and they get these big fucking anniversary box sets. The Rolling Stones' "Exile on Main Street" was the very first example. Well, not the very first, but it was an example of that. But it's just like this fucking album just stinks, and then like all of a sudden, a couple years later, it's ranked as the best Rolling Stones album,
Very
and
interesting.
you just wonder what the fuck happened.
Yeah,
Like,
well, what changed?
so yeah, I don't think the general masses was ready for Break On Through
No.
at the time, because if it was released like now, if it was the '60s now, and it was released now, knowing what we know, it would fucking
Nah.
top. Yeah.
Next one is Cars Hissed by a Window. Cars Hissed by My Window.
Underrated.
Okay.
Uh, now it's a very slow bluesy song, and at first I thought it was just about a guy who's just lazy, he's just watching the world go by. But I have to listen to it again to really understand the thing. But somebody on Reddit posted that apparently it's about a murder,
Bottom.
and I've never gotten that vibe from it. But then again, I've always just that's the like aside from the obvious other song from that album, it's a song that you just put on when it's fucking raining out, and you're just vibing to it. So it's very underrated. It's not for everybody, but it to me, it's underrated.
Okay, next one's Crawlin' King Snake.
That's another underrated one. Yeah, fucking put that in underrated too, because it's a cover. It's a blues cover. I believe Willie Dixon wrote it. I think. Just double checking. Because I don't know me blues. Okay, so there's just yeah. Oh yeah, written by Willie Dixon. Got it right. Um, it's a blues cover. There's a video of it where they perform it live, and this is last album. This is L.A. Woman. This is after Miami. All that shit. Jim wasn't checked out per se, but on that video shoot that they do it live, he was very checked out. And the record, though, he sounds great on this song, and it's just a very underrated bluesy number. It's a bit lengthy, but if you need just like blues to fucking study to, there's that.
Alrighty. Next one is Do It.
What the fuck is Do It?
I don't know. Do It.
That is definitely from the Soft Parade. I don't remember. I don't remember a thing about Do It. Turn it very faintly and put it by my ear. It's just so I don't get in trouble. Oh, it's that song. Okay. That's got my favorite opening fucking line in a Door song. But I just don't fucking remember it being called Do It. I thought it was called Listen to the Children. Because the opening line is please, please listen to the children. Um, so that's decent.
Decent. Okay.
I don't want to jam the underrated thing in too fucking hard, but decent.
Okay, this is another one from the same album as Do It, and it's Easy Ride.
I played this. I played this song on shuffle while I was playing a Spyro game. You'd think it was written for the game. It's a song that you can just fucking. It will be uneasy ride. It's another decent one. It's just very very bop worthy.
Okay. Um, Next one is End of the Night.
Underrated. That if you're listening to that with the fucking lights off, it's haunting.
I wonder if the last one will have a single song put in it.
If the D one,
If the last one, yeah.
trust me, we'll get there.
Okay.
Well, that's what I'd say. One of the songs might be a hot take for being in there, but we'll get there.
Okay. Got anything else to say at End of the Night, or that's it?
End of the night, it's got nice slide. The reverb on it is immaculate. Listening to it at night and you're not ready for it, it's like fucking goosebumps.
Okay. 5-1.
All timer.
That's one I don't know if I know that one at all.
KXW wise, I use a cover of it for Andrew's theme.
Okay.
And it's so good. It's so good. It like it's the song they were playing just before Jim kind of went nuts in Miami.
Okay.
Um, but the studio version of it, the guitar solo, is amazing. Yeah. And to me, I kind of, this might be a bit of a stretch for some people to hear me say, but I think it's a very proto metal song. Like it's got everything in it because Jim, like historically, he's a kind of guy that can croon like Frank Sinatra, but he can also rip his fucking voice out when he sings. And 5-1 is a perfect example. Next time you're over at the house, I'm playing you the version.
Next one is Hello, I Love You.
This is gonna be a hot take, decent. And the reason I say this is gonna be a hot take is because this went to number 1.
Oh.
I do like certain elements of it, but lyrically, and I know I think it's Robbie who wrote it, but lyrically, it's just not good.
Fair.
But the sounds, because it's also very like distorted the way that it's played, at least on the record. And there's some nice little trippy elements in there, but lyrically, it puts it in decent. If the lyrics were better, we'd be having a different story.
Ready? Next one is Horse Latitudes.
Now this one is the experimental track. This, realistically, this fits easily on American Prayer. But it's just Jim saying poetry into the thing while they literally bash cans around and pull at piano strings. It's creepy if it was just the music. But Jim's just going on about mute nostril agony when the still sea conspires in armor, legs furiously pumping. If Jim's voice wasn't like screaming like a demon on it, it would be in the bottom tier. But Jim's voice scares the shit out of me, so I'm not doing that. So it's gonna go in decent.
Okay, I need to figure out how to say Hyacinth House? Is that how you say it?
Hyacinth House.
Yeah.
Um, underrated.
Underrated? Okay.
Um, yeah, Hyacinth House. I think. Just gonna look up the lyrics real quick, just so I know it's the right song I'm thinking of. Yeah. So Hyacinth House lyrically, in my opinion, is a great Doors song because of the fact that still post Miami, all that. Jim's kind of lost a lot, and it's not it because Miami. He wanted to shed the whole, sex god image that he had
Yeah.
because that's everything everybody saw him as. He's just like, fuck this. Like, this is not who I am. This is what you see me as. And Hyacinth House is just him being lonely. And it's just, I need a brand new friend who doesn't bother me and all that shit. And somebody thinks that, like, this is Jim seeing his own death. And there's a line in it where he says, I see the bathroom is clear. I see that someone is here. Somebody's following me, or something like that. Which alludes to death because he died in a bathtub. Which I don't think he fucking knew he was going to die in a bathtub. So somebody said if Jim was alive to see the biopic, what would he think? And he's like, "You killed me in a fucking bathtub," and that's the most Jim thing I've ever heard. So lyrically, it's a great song, and musically, it's a great song. So yeah, that's underrated.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. So next one is I can't see your face in my mind.
I like the song, but it's a bore. So we have our first inclusion in the bottom tier.
Oh, it's going the first bottom tier. Okay.
More needs to be put into it for me to really love it.
Alrighty. Next one is I looked at you.
Um, that's another underrated one. This is like ultimate. This is the closest the Doors ever got to true surf rock. This song, because you totally hear on Venice Beach. Like if it's a movie scene, like there's this guy walking down the street on Venice, and he sees a girl on the bike drive by, and he becomes obsessed with trying to get her attention. Like it's so surf rock. Um, Jim's vocal take on that is very, very underrated. So yeah,
Next one is Indian Summer.
garbage, fucking garbage. And I get it. I get it. Oh, me and my fucking wife, we danced to this song at our wedding. Fuck your wife. Fuck your wedding. This song's garbage. I fucking. Oh, and it's on Morrison Hotel too. Like Blue Sunday, yeah, it kind of drags the album down, but it's attached to Peace Frog, so I give it its flowers. But Indian Summer makes me want to take the fucking record out completely. Who fucking thought it was a good idea to put Indian Summer on this fucking record? Garbage. It's trash. Burn it.
Alright.
Thank
Next
God
one.
it wasn't a single.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God it wasn't a single.
Next
If it
one
would've
is
I would have lost my shit.
next one's L.A. Woman.
all timer. The whole album in general is fucking all timer. Like as a cohesive album, there's not a track on it that I really skip. Well, I wish I could say the fucking same for Morrison Hotel, but I really hate it.
Clearly.
It's thank God it's never on any best of compilations. Like Botnick knows how shit this fucking song. Somebody has to. Paul Rothchild complained that fucking Half of LA Woman was cocktail music and that he didn't get it, but he's the same cocksucker that produced Indian Summer. He committed war crimes putting that song on that.
He ruined this great country.
Fuck it, is it? Fucking news, man.
This is what started wars.
Such a poor.
Next one is El America.
Ooh. That's decent.
Decent.
I was gonna put it in underrated, but the lyrics are kind of ridiculous. God, this is the one that the lyric that you like is just like change the weather and change your luck, and it'll teach you how to find yourself. But trade some beans for a pint of gold. It's just fucking weird.
Next one is Land Ha.
Land ho.
Land is it ho?
Yeah.
Okay,
Slam.
I can't. Not good eyesight.
Yeah, I get it. This one's wonky. It's a good song, but it's very wonky. It's a
Innocent
pirate
choice for a
song.
title.
Yeah, it's a pirate song. There's a part. The best part of the song is when Jim just decides to scream "Land ho!" I don't think the song had a title until he fucking said that. It's very weird. Musically, it's good, but it's very weird. So it's not in the bottom. No, not there. Like, there's part of me that wants to take I Can't See Your Face in My Mind out of the bottom just so Indian Summer can rot in hell in peace. But in peace is putting it gently. Decent.
Okay. Next one's Light My Fire.
All timer.
Of course.
The solos alone are amazing. The only thing I wish is I guess you couldn't figure out how to make it work, but John doesn't get enough time to shine in that song. His drums are so good, but he doesn't get enough time to shine in that song. Just needed a little bit more love.
Next one is Love Her Madly.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's an all-timer. And this song specifically is the song that Paul Rothchild said was cocktail music. Meanwhile, he puts what they fucking torture people with.
Okay. Love Me Two Times next.
That's another all-timer. That did, the almost like punk style breakdown in the middle, like the dun. Oh, so good. And then Jim's vocals is on another level. The lyrics are great. Guitar is amazing. That intro is iconic.
Next one is Love Street.
That can go to hell with Indian Summer. I hope they have a great wedding in hell. Fuck.
Fuck their wedding.
It's such a fucking... Because Love Street is just like It's just a song about a girl who lives on Love Street, lingers long on Love Street. Did you know she had a house and garden? God, I'd like to see what happens. I'm just quoting the song.
Vocal greatness right there.
Yeah. Um. Then and then there's a part in the song where Jim just starts talking.
Why did
It's
that
just,
not spear a generation, that line?
and I think it was a single too. It might have been. It might. I think. Hold on. Because I need to make sure that this was a single, and I want to find out what the A side was. That was the fucking B side for "Hello, I Loved You," and it went to #1. Now I'm even more mad. It made me like "Hello, I Love You" a little less. Fuck. But yeah, there's this thing. It's just like he's just talking in the middle of the song, and it's awkward. So yeah, that could go right to hell.
Next one is Moonlight Drive.
Underrated. Like people love Moonlight Drive, but I still don't think it gets the proper acknowledgement of just how fucking great it is. Because it's immaculate.
Okay.
Pardon the pun.
I feel like by the end of this, we'll look at this because I feel like the good category is just being ignored here.
The good cat. Oh yeah, shit. I forgot about that one.
It's yeah, I seem to because decent and all that. Just good has one song in it.
No, what's the song? Isn't good.
Alabama song or Whiskey Bar.
Okay. Well, drag. I can't see your face in my mind up to good. Save it from purgatory with Love Street. Fucking Indian Summer.
So move I Can't See Your Face to what?
To good.
Okay.
Because it is a good song, but lyrically it's just weak.
Okay.
Whereas Indian Summer and Love Street have no fucking redeeming qualities whatsoever. Shoot me if you want, Doors fans. I hate those fucking songs. I don't care if you got married to these fucking songs. I don't care that you fucking met your girlfriend listening to Love Street.
Don't you understand? That song created wars.
Yeah.
People heard that song and realized they needed to invade America to stop songs like that from coming out.
Vietnam happened because of fucking
Because of it. That is factual by us, and we wouldn't lie. Despite the fact we probably weren't alive when this happened, but we know. Next one is My Eyes Have Seen You.
Good. There's not much I can say about it other than the fact that just like it's basically like the chorus "My eyes have seen you" is said a lot, but what they fill in between that is really good. And there's a song about there's a part about television skies in there. The way they say it is really cool. Just to give good some fucking company.
My Wild Love.
This is decent.
Okay.
Everybody thinks of this song. Okay. When people hear this song, they think of the fucking movie, and they think of them in the desert singing this song, despite the fact that at the time frame they went to the desert in the movie. Song wasn't even fucking written yet. And they never went to the fucking desert and did peyote together. Jesus. So it's a decent little song. It's something that you can just like. It's basically like a chant. It's a chant. That's all it is.
That song is Not to Touch the Earth.
This is where we get into hot take territory. That's a fucking all-timer.
Oh, okay.
Uh, to me, it is. Some people think that it's. Some people think lyrically, it's "I am the walrus," with just some fucking lyrics that don't make sense. Like, dead president's corpse in the driver's car, the engine runs on glue and tar. Uh, the minister's daughter's in love with a snake is said in there. But that's actually a really good line. But musically, it's a great song. And again, some people think when they think of this song, they think of a fucking movie where Jim puts Pam in a fucking closet and sets the closet on fire. Despite the fact that, while some people say it's happened, some people are just like, what the fuck are you on about? Jim ain't never put nobody in no damn closet and set the fucking house on fire. So, that, yeah, I fucking love that song though. The organ note at the end scares the shit out of me every time, and I know it's coming, but it still scares me.
Next one is Peace Fog.
Underrated. The drums, in that, and Robbie's guitar solo, so good. The lyrics are fucking ridiculous. Blood in the streets, town of Chicago. Blood on the rise is following me.
I feel like that's
My
a
dad,
common thing with these songs, isn't it?
my dad calls it the period song because it's just a song all about fucking blood and streets.
Oh, I want that to be what it's known as instead.
Yeah, it's like the opening lyrics is "She came," but it's such a good song. And then there's also the one that said "Indians scattered on Dawn's highway bleeding." Um, so that's where everybody gets the fucking ghost story from and all that. But it's a fucking banger.
Okay, next one is People Are Strange.
Decent.
Ooh.
It's the only reason it's getting decent. And I know how much of a fucking following this song has. I know how many people love this song. But it goes to decent because before I got obsessed with hard drives and having music this song would get overplayed on the radio. Like to the point where they forgot that they had other songs. It's like fucking K-Rock now with Green Day's Brain Stew. Like Green Day, go to fucking American Idiot. Play that all the time.
Oh, I missed that.
Like, just don't fucking play Brain Stew, especially considering the riff is ripped off. But yeah, it's just decent. Just because it was overplayed a lot. I'll listen to it now with great appreciation. That's why it's indecent. But if this was like a couple of years ago, I would be getting crucified.
Next one is Queen of the Highway.
Underrated. That is a nice bluesy swamp ass track. The lyrics are great. It makes sense. It's just good stuff.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm trying to figure what the hell this next one is because I can't read it.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, Jesus.
Can't read it. It starts with a Q.
No, I'm. Oh, okay. Riders on the Storm.
Oh, that's an all-timer.
Yeah, I couldn't. The font is so small, I couldn't make it out. So I had to Google. I got on the storm and then I figured out what it was. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. Riders on the Storm, all-timer. I don't even need to get into it. It's so good. Like, yeah, I might listen to that tonight, just with all the lights off.
Next one is Roadhouse Blues. I think that's what it is.
Yep, another all-timer. And I actually saw a cover of it. Well, half a cover because Robbie was playing guitar. But Miley Cyrus, of all people, was
Oh.
singing it. And if anybody's got the fucking voice for it, it's her. Caught me completely the fuck off guard. Especially considering she did it on Doors Day in Venice. And I didn't even know there was a Doors Day.
No, did I?
And now I feel I need to make the pilgrimage at some point. But yeah, it caught me off guard, but she did a great job, and the original song is just as awesome. Doesn't matter. I feel like anybody who fucking plays that song will do it amazingly, because the foundation is just there.
Okay. The next one is Running Blue.
That's fucking wacky. Because for some reason Robbie sings the chorus line, and he sounds like Bob Dylan when he does it. All right, buckle my shoe. It's very weird. Um, it's decent because I do genuinely like stomp on my feet to it. This is one where the strings and horns were in. That's on the soft parade. So like, there's a fiddle on this song. It's very bluegrass.
And now we have Shaman's Blues.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's a good song. I don't have any breakdown of it because I almost forgot what it was. Then I it's a good song.
Yeah. Ship of Fools.
The human race is dying out. Yeah, I think so. Um, that's it's good.
Yep. Soul Kitchen.
Fucking all timer. That's like, if you're closing a show and you're a Doors cover band, you better close with that. Because like Riders on the Storm to me is like the Hotel California of the set where you play it right in the middle. Like My Fire, maybe you open with it, or it's your second song in. But Soul Kitchen, you fucking end that show with that. The thing is, it's not even the album closer. For obvious reasons.
Oh.
But it's, if it was on Strange Days, actually no, if it was on Waiting for the Sun, it'd be a perfect album closer.
Next one is Spanish Caravan.
I love Robbie to death, but it's got to go on the bottom.
Yep.
I love the guitar on it, but it throws everything off.
Strange Days next.
Underrated. The vocal effect on that song, I still don't know what he's putting his voice through. And just the keyboard, the way it's produced, I actually think it's their most underrated song.
Okay. Summer's Almost Gone.
You can go into decent.
That's it?
Yeah,
Okay. Take It As It Comes.
that's good. That's another very surf rocky song. Like if you need a door song that sounds like it's from the fucking 60s, it's that. Like a lot of their other stuff, it sounds like it can come out at any time period. No, that's a fucking 60s song. That's flower power at its finest.
Tell All the People.
I know what I just said about Strange Days, but if Strange Days is their most underrated, just Tell All the People is the second most underrated. People don't nearly talk about that song as much because it's on the soft parade. But Tell All the People, it's just like I think it's an anti-war song, but it's really good.
The Changeling.
And we go from one ultimate album opener to another one. That's another fucking great album opener, and that's an all-timer. That's just fucking that kicks you right in the balls and just says, "Fucking listen to me, bitch."
Is that a... I'm about to say, I don't know if any scenario being kicked in the balls is a good thing.
Well, this one, I'm spreading my legs for you.
That's... that's weird, but okay. Uh... The Crystal Ship.
It's one of these. Oh, another hot take, but that can go in the fucking garbage as well.
Okay.
It's the Frank Sinatra song. It's got the nice, lovely piano. His vocal take is good and everything, but it's just to me, I feel like it's a bit out of place on the debut album. I tend to skip it.
Okay. Fair enough. Next is The End.
All timer. It's literally it's haunting, that song. They fucking opened Apocalypse Now with that song for a reason. Like, you want the bright side of the 60s, go to Take It As It Comes. You want the dark side of the 60s, play The End. And, oh. Live versions of it are incredible. The studio version is crazy dark.
Okay.
It's fucking so good.
The Soft Parade.
All timer, and that's a hot take from me.
That.
So this is the one that you might remember, where it's just like, when I was back there in seminary school, the person there put forth the proposition that you can petition the Lord with prayer. And then he screams that. And it starts off very chilling, and because it's a song in 3 parts, basically. It starts with "Can you find me," and then the middle part, it's a Cadillac commercial. That's basically the nursery phones, catacombs, and then the end. It's just a fucking powwow. It's a great song. It's a fucking banger.
Next one is The Spy.
This is I call this the Western one. It's like, if you're watching a Western movie and the cowboy's new to town and he's going to the tavern to get himself a drink and everybody's fucking looking at him, this is the song that plays in the background. So, underrated gem of a track is The Spy.
What? The Unknown Soldier.
Good. Most people call it an all-timer. I remember the story of Robbie trying to make that a single when Vietnam was ongoing,
Oh boy.
and considering it's the aside from Fortunate Son, in my opinion, Unknown Soldier is the motherfucker of all anti-war songs.
Well, he had to
And
make one. He started one. He had to start the
well,
war. He had to make an anti-war song.
this is for Indian summer, thank God. But um, but yeah, he tried to make this as a single, and I think they did make it as a single, but it was a B side. And Rothschild, hearing Krieger say we should make that a single, he's just like, you're out of your fucking mind. You're gonna get thrown in jail.
The Wasp is next.
It's another like poetry song, but the chorus line is infectious, and it's got a really nice bluesy feel to it. So I personally put it in underrated.
Okay.
It's not for a lot of people because some people can see it as Jim just kind of going on, but it's good.
The next one is
The
Touch Me.
second part of it on American Prayer that's called Stoned Immaculate, but I feel like they should have just been blended together.
The next one's Touch Me.
Decent.
Okay.
Part of my soul rip apart on that one, but it's a great song. The sax solo is amazing, but it's just there's a lot to be desired with it for me.
20th Century Fox is next.
Underrated as a
I
motherfucker.
did not know there was a song named that. I kind of laughed when I found out it
Yeah.
was named that.
Underrated. Because it's a song about just like if you see a girl walking by you on like Hollywood Boulevard, and she's got like legs for days, and she's just like she's a fox. Like she is what I would do to her kind of song.
Okay.
It's great. Underrated.
Unhappy Girl.
That can go in the garbage.
Okay.
It's a fine song, but it's just I don't even remember what album it's on. It's a weird one.
Actually, don't know either.
I think it's on Strange Days.
Next one's Waiting for the Sun.
Underrated. Found out that Soundgarden did a cover of it on like a fucking bootleg from way back in the day.
Just to answer, Unhappy Girls from the album Strange Days.
Yeah.
So, which one's Waiting for the Sun on?
Waiting for the Sun is on Morrison Hotel.
No, I mean, what?
Oh, underrated.
Underrated.
For years, I thought Waiting for the Sun was on Waiting fucking Sun. The Morrison Hotel. I remember hearing that. I was just like, what? Did someone put the tape in the wrong fucking record?
We Could Be So Good Together is next.
Yeah, it's a bit. That can go in the garbage too.
Okay.
I don't feel like that one's necessarily a hot take. It's a very cut and dry song. Not much to it.
Next one is When the Music's Over.
Fucking all timer. I don't care what anybody says. That is my favorite Doors song. And you know it from when we moved into this house. It's a song that was playing when Adam was tightening the light switch. And
Oh, it's the one where you rambles for a good minute.
yeah, it's the part where it's just like tied her in trenches and dragged her down, and then Adam was just like dig a hole and kick her in the hole and fucking bury the bitch and all that shit.
For those who know, Adam is my brother, and yeah, he went off on a tangent
He
as
he
his
was just he was just going off like Jim. But yeah, for me, it's such a good song. It's long and it gets a little wonky in the middle area, but it's my favorite song of all time, and that's the one that I said that was my favorite song. And my dad looked at me like I was drunk because he's just like, really, over 5-1 or break on through when the music's over. He's just like, that song is 12 fucking minutes, and I was just like, uh, yeah, your point. War Pigs is like 8 minutes, and it's your favorite Sabbath song. And he was just like, yeah, but there's more there. And I was just like, there's more to when the music's over. You're just not listening to it. You don't fuck. Because there's so much there.
like
There's
I'm
so
not
much
listening. Like yeah, because
something.
I got 12 minutes to listen to a song.
So good.
Next one is Wild Child.
This was the first. Yeah, okay. So story time. All timer first.
Okay.
But they came out with a VHS way back in the day called Dance on Fire. And this song was on the video compilation. And the minute I heard that first like guitar lick from it, it was great. They had another VHS in that same set called The Soft Parade, which is the album that it's from. And there's an actual like them in the studio working on the song behind the scenes. And you see John getting pissed at Jim because he thinks the ending is stupid. And then Jim goes like, "What's stupid?" He's just like, "The ending." He's just like, "The ending's great. You're stupid."
Such a childish thing to do.
Well, yeah, and then there's another part where you hear the tape delay, and it says a high pitch, and Jim finds that the funniest thing in the world. To the point where he keeps asking Botnick to play it back for him because he's getting a kick out.
I just
I think it was on the Morrison Hotel sessions where they were doing a take of the song, and Jim decided to just say something about we sound like a bunch of drunks falling down the stairs or something like that. But yeah, Wild Child, great fucking song.
next one is we have 6 more.
Yep,
Next one is Wintertime Love.
garbage.
Okay.
Garbage. That's on the same fucking record as Love Street, and oh my god, I don't know, because it's a Christmas song, as if the Doors need a Christmas song. Jim Morrison should be singing about fucking stringing Santa up over the chimney with a fucking noose instead of fucking come with me, dance, my dear. Winter's so cold this year. Oh, so dumb. There's probably a Hallmark movie based on this song. It's so weird. And then there's a part where Jim goes dun 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 dun. Oh, it's fucking stupid.
Next up is Wishful Sinful.
That's got a great chorus. So that's in good. I'm not gonna put it in all timer, although I personally love the song. But it's a good song. It's really nice. I think it's one of Robbie's songs. And there's a really good live performance of it too out there on the PBS special.
Next one is Yes, the River Knows.
And then go in the garbage too.
A lot of there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs from the same album in here.
Yeah, Waiting for the Sun's a bit of a dud.
There's only, and then yeah, two of them are.
I like Waiting for the Sun as a package, but it's like we're talking about individual songs.
Yeah.
I wish to God that Indian Summer wasn't on Morrison Hotel, because Morrison Hotel is such a great album. But then you have to remember that that fucking Crime Against Humanity is on
You make me real.
it. Decent. It's another surf rocky song it's it's got a nice little piano part to it, but it sounds like it's if if a bunch of cowboys decided to get off their horses and grab surfboards.
The next one is You're Lost, Little Girl.
That's good. It's a nice little slow song. Because the Doors can do slow songs well until
Last one, Hello, I Love You.
again. Hello, I love you again.
Hmm?
Hello, I love you again.
What do you mean again?
We've already done it.
Have we? Where'd you put? Where we put?
Yeah. We put it in the decent category. And that's the one that I said I might get heat for because it was a number one.
Oh, okay. For some reason they have it twice. Okay, that's weird. Alright, so yeah, that's it then.
All right.
So, would you like to go down the category, see if you want to change anything?
No, I think I'm good. I do want to apologize for some songs being unfortunately trapped with Indian Summer and Love Street. But good.
For those watching, let us know where you disagree, because there's no way everyone agrees with us. Absolutely no chance.
There is a dedicated section of Doors fans that love Love Street.
Yeah.
So my head's going to be put on a stake, but I'm standing by it.
Yeah, there's gonna be people who just think so. Blake, get mad at him. I'm innocent here. I'm an innocent bystander. I don't know about 90% of these songs is, and that's not even me BSing. that's fact. So that's gonna be it for this tier list. After this video, we will then do two. We're gonna have two different flop files videos on the giant Gila monster and Howard the Duck. And I'm gonna say it out here, and we're gonna say it loud now, just so we can't back out of it now. Number 3 is gonna be the Doors biography. I'm gonna say that now because I know there's gonna be ones later on that he's gonna make me suffer with. So I'm gonna make him suffer early.
Oh boy. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I just remembered Indian Summer is in that fucking movie.
He talks very badly about it, so I have to make him watch it, so we're gonna watch it now. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button, hit subscribe button. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all for the next one.